Hey, this is Minna from Chronically Healthy Life. So I've been playing around with something called water kefir for the last 2 months, and I thought it was kind of fun, so I'm going to show you. Now, you may be familiar with kefir that you can buy from like grocery markets. Those are usually milk kefirs, which is lactose-based. Now, I don't like milk at all, so I opt for a different option, which is water kefir, and you don't really see those in grocery stores too often. So water kefirs, you can buy them as dry grains online. It looks like this. And all of this is basically a culture of probiotics, bacteria, good bacteria. And it's basically a probiotic drink. It's good for your gut. It makes you happy. And which is why I am really passionate about this. So when you buy water kefir online, it usually comes dry. So the first thing you have to do is to activate it. And the instructions which you get will tell you how to do it. Basically, all you need is the kefir grains, filter water, and you need some real sugar. You can't use monk fruit for this. I've tried it. It doesn't really work. You can use organic cane sugar or coconut sugar. Coconut sugar tends to change the color a bit, but it does feed the water grains even more, and I'll tell you what it is, what it means later. So first thing you have to do is activate it, and then you pour it out, and then it's going to look like grains. You might be able to see it on the bottom of this one. It's just basically, they look like little jello bites, kind of, I guess, the little grains. And so when it's ready to use, you use a strainer. You strain out, make sure you capture all the grains, and you put it aside. All you have to do is put in like a quarter cup of cane sugar, mix it in with filter water, melt it. Make sure that you stir it out so it's, the sugar's melted. Put in the water grains, the water kefir grains, and leave it there for a couple of days. Now, I bought these fermentation lids online, and you can use these too. If you don't have them, you can just cover up with a cheesecloth with a elastic band over it, and that's fine too. Now, so about flavoring, the kefir by itself tastes pretty good. It's a little bit sweet, and it has a little bit of buzz because it's fermented. Eventually fermented sugar, so the longer you do it, the more buzzy it gets. So I usually let it sit for 1 or 2 days, and then it'll be ready for you to drink. And you can flavor this with, this one has white mulberries in it. So basically it's this much water, and I add a little bit of coconut water into this, and I put some dry white mulberries in that. This one I use dry blueberries, which is why the color is a little bit more bluish, pinkish, purplish. And if you want to be a little more adventurous, you can use a little bit of lime slices or lemon slices, or you can use pineapple juice, watermelon juice. One caution that I want to make is don't use strawberry juice, because I've used it and it comes out like champagne, which I wasn't expecting it, so I made a big mess in the kitchen, and Andy has to clean it up. He wasn't happy about that. So be really careful what kind of juice you use, but it does change the flavor of the kefir, and it does change the color of it. And what I love a lot about this is you can reuse this forever and ever. And not only can you reuse it, it actually grows. So this one is actually probably almost ready to separate into two, or you can just use a bigger jar like this one. And every time you feed it with sugar, it actually grows. So you can reuse it and keep reuse it, and if you don't want to reuse it, if you don't want to make any more, and just, I think there's a way to just let it sit in the sun and dry it out, and you can keep it for a long time. And so that's water kefir drinks. And what I have here, nighttime. Let's say you have a really stressed day and you want to grab that drink of wine, white wine or red wine. So you can replace that with kefir also. Just put it in a nice, I think these are wine glasses. I think it must be wine glasses. So you can use like a plain kefir, and it's white wine as a substitute for white wine, Well, this one I use cherry juice in this one. So this one is like a replica of red wine a little bit. And it will take your edge off, so it works like wine. And it has a little bit of booze. It's kind of like kombucha, but maybe even a little less. So it has a little bit of buzz in it, but it will satisfy you. It will actually calm you down. So if at night you feel like you need to wind down, you need to calm yourself, calm your nerves a little bit, and before you go grab that glass of wine, you can just grab a glass of kefir. And one last thing, I haven't done it yet, and I'm going to try it myself, is even for morning, I'm going to try using kefir with a coffee-based syrup. So basically, I'm going to have to brew some coffee, add some cane sugar into it, and mix it into the kefir mix like this, and I'm going to see what happens, and I'll let you know later. And again, these are water kefirs. It's fun to play with, and it's one of those things that keep giving back to you. And so yeah, that's it, and I'll see you next time.